Welcome back. ChannelsTV.com has more information for you. Remember, you can also watch our videos on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can watch us live on your mobile device via your browser or just download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. But the Channels TV and Channels 24 apps have an eyewitness feature. You can use it to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Install the app, tap and then swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions you see. Let's go to Niger State now, where the government has donated patrol vehicles to the State Police Command to beef up security checks in rural areas. And this is coming in the wake of increasing rate of armed banditry and kidnapping in some parts of the state. This gesture is also part of efforts by the state government to stem out crime and criminality in the state. The police commissioner, Mr. Dibal Yakadi, says the vehicles will help the command in its effort to fight crime.
This vehicle will be used for the purpose for which they are meant for crime prevention in the state. So we sincerely thank the Niger State government for such gesture. The police has redoubled its effort in crime prevention. And with this gesture, with the donation of these 10 vehicles, we will double our efforts definitely in trying to see that crime is reduced to the barest minimum in Niger State.
There's been fire at the headquarters of a commercial bank in Kofua Bayomi Street in Victoria Island, right here in Lagos. Eyewitnesses say the fire started when a diesel tanker was offloading its content this morning. Firefighters from the various fire services were said to have arrived about 30 minutes after the fire began before putting it out. The area, which is home to many businesses, has been cordoned off, while men of the police force are on the scene to maintain order. There's been no report of any casualty. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has launched Nigeria's first Patients' Bill of Rights, developed by Consumer Protection Council to protect vulnerable Nigerians. Speaking during the launch at the presidential villa, Professor Osinbajo says the rights bill, which he describes as a crucial guideline to redefine attitude and service delivery, will restore respect for human lives and dignity in the healthcare value chain. The Vice President underscored that stakeholders in the sector must ensure strict compliance and enforcement, while offenders must be held accountable through sanctions if the full potential of the bill must be realized.
The Bill of Rights is a significant contribution in establishing one of the most important rights of all humanity, the right to life, in which inheres the right to adequate health care. Today we are setting and committing to a new standard that both acknowledges and commits to uphold some of the most fundamental principles of our common humanity. Respect for human dignity is a universal principle. People never forget how they are treated, especially when they are at their most vulnerable. And there are not many scenarios of vulnerability that are as compelling as the ones that put a person in search of healing. It is, I think, fair to say that one can tell a great deal about how a country values its citizens from the attitudes prevalent in its healthcare systems and institutions. While, of course, the ultimate goal is to ensure that the patient stays alive and in good health, it is just as important that the journey to that realization of the final goal is underpinned by the full preservation of human dignity. Our aim must be to develop a standard worthy of emulation by ensuring strict compliance with and the enforcement of the Patients' Bill of Rights.
Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. The federal government is seeking the partnership of the Voice of America, VOA, against fake news in the country. The Minister of Information made this known when a delegation from the VOA, led by the director, Amanda Bennett, paid him a courtesy visit in Abuja. The minister also seized the opportunity to highlight government's success in the fight against insurgency and its preparedness to end the farmers-herdsmen clashes. The team is in the country to expand its presence, especially in northern Nigeria.
There's no part of the globe that is free from terrorism. But we can say very boldly, completely, that we have changed Boko Haram. Take Kebbi State, where 70% of the inmates in Kebbi prison are there as a result of farmer-settlers clash. Here the farmers also are Muslim Fulanis and the herdsmen are Muslim Fulanis. It's about struggle for resources, pure and simple. Oh yes, we have cases of pure criminality. We also have cases of politicians who are following this. So the biggest challenge we are all facing today is how do we address the issue of fake news. This ministry was already aware of this, and as early as 2017, we held an extraordinary National Council on Information to address the issue of fake news. We also seek your cooperation, the VOA, to partner with us. Elections are coming, and once again I welcome VOA. We always cooperate with you in your endeavor to present factual and balanced, news about Nigeria.
The Federal Road Safety Commission, FRSC, has given a 60-day ultimatum to private driving school operators across the country to comply with the full standards of the FRSC Driving School Standardization Program, or phase closure. The Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Commission, Boboye Oyeyemi, gave this warning during the 2018 National Workshop for Driving School Operators, which aims to promote road safety through quality driving education. The training was held in Owerri, the Imo State capital.
What we are witnessing now is the uncompromising attitudes of these private driving schools. It's not our responsibility to train drivers, freight drivers. It's a process. When you are looking at the issue of driver's license, it's a 4-module. From the driving school, which is private sector driven, to the vehicle inspection officers, to the Internal Revenue, Board of Internal Revenue, where the payment is made, and FRS is to capture the applicants. We created the driving school standard portal. We brought together all the driving schools from penury, from nothing, and now we improve their standards, and now they are undermining. A case where a driving school will collect money from an applicant, will not train the applicant. At the end of the day, they will use certificate. If you had my address, this is a problem. So once the driving schools fails to do what is expected, then the crashes will not be minimized.
And still to come on News Across Nigeria in just a moment to find out what Food and Identity Festival is all about. It was held in Ile-Ife, Osun State. Stay with us.